All right, y'all. Good morning. Good morning, good morning. Let me make sure everything is set up on here. Welcome. All right, y'all know the drill. Good morning. Drop y'all signs in the chat. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Pisces, Capricorn. If y'all are watching on TikTok, make sure y'all drop your signs in the chat. Yes, happy Friday, y'all. I'm a little tired. I gotta start going back to the gym so I can get some extra energies. All right, so far we got Sag, Leo, Pisces, Capricorn, and Cancer. All right, we got Taurus, Gemini. Put as many signs as y'all need to. Oh, I see Aquarius. My bad. Skipped Aquarius. Let me put Aquarius before Taurus and Gemini to be fair. Virgo. Okay, Leo. I see you, Leo. Y'all gonna be second. All right, so far we got Sag, Leo, Capricorn, Cancer, Aquarius, Taurus, Gemini, Virgo. All right, we're just gonna, let me think. Do I have any messages for you guys? Let me think. Make sure ain't no lipstick on my teeth. Okay, Libra. If you're really quick, if you're watching on TikTok and it's your first time watching, we are also up on YouTube. So if you do not see your sign, or like if it takes a while to get to your sign, this will be up on YouTube timestamped. Any general messages that I have, one thing I was thinking about is like when people come up with goals, we kind of automatically kind of talk ourselves out of it. But I think what we need to understand as people is that everybody does not have the same goal, even if something seems like it's oversaturated. Now, of course, there are situations where there's bubbles. That's part of life, like, you know, real estate bubbles, maybe like financial, you know, stock bubbles, things like that. But as far as like following goals and dreams like that, people are not always going to be thinking the same way as you. And even the people who do think the same way as you, they still may not follow through on that goal. A lot of times what separates people from achieving their goal and the people that don't is just the fact that they saw it through and tried to do it, honestly. Now, of course, you have those situations where people just automatically have money to fund their goals and things like that, or the timing in which they get the money to fund those goals, everything's on time for them. But that does not negate the fact that stuff does still take effort, okay? What else do I want to say with that? The reason I was really thinking about that is because when I first started my channel, right, like way back when, it was when I was still working in corporate. And at first I was like, I don't know if people really care about spirituality enough for me to really do a channel. But what I realized is when I was in corporate, I was surrounded by a lot of successful people on paper, and they had terrible, terrible spirits. And it just made me realize, like, it doesn't matter what you're doing in the material, you do still need that spiritual balance to help you on the inside. It helps you with your confidence. It helps you with feeling beautiful, feeling comfortable in your skin. It helps with your nervous system. And I realized that when I was in corporate, because there were a lot of people who were doing quote unquote better than me, and they still were envious of me, or they still were very insecure around me. And I found that very odd. Now, mind you, before I really started the channel, I still practiced stuff for me in private. I still did my own readings for myself. I still did my own hoodoo and things like that. So for my nervous system, for me, I felt comfortable in my own skin regardless. So going into a world where I'm watching all these people who on paper are really supposed to be like, they should feel confident. They had worked in their field for 10 to 15 years. They were managers. They were senior managers. They were probably making, you know, six figures. And they had families. They had friends. They had hobbies. They still were miserable. And I feel like the element that people forget a lot of times is you don't have to be religious. You don't have to do hoodoo and candles and all that. But you have to still have some type of spiritual grounding where you can get your mind to control your reality in a positive light, or you can get your mind to see the positive in your situations or to make more positive decisions. That is still very important. It does not matter how much money you have or how successful you are. At the end of the day, if your mind does not know how to appreciate what you have, none of that matters. So I just wanted to throw that out there. That was part of the reason why I continued the channel. I just feel like if you're wondering whether or not your role or the role that you want to play is important, your role still matters, okay? You are still necessary. People still need you. Whatever role you're trying to play or whatever career you want to follow, you are necessary, whether people make you think that or not, or whether you think that or not. What you're doing is still very necessary. And I do want to give a shout out to especially my day one people that were already watching me, like Amelia, Tara, I know Aisha, I know there's a couple other people that were watching me from the beginning and still found me when I restarted the channel. That really confirmed, like, you know what? At least there are people that do appreciate what you want to do. All right. So keep that in mind, y'all. There are things that you can do that people still appreciate. All right. Trust me. So that's that was a long message. Real quick, another second message that I was thinking about. We live in an age where, and I'm sorry if you're waiting on your reading, we're going to start them. But I do want to get these messages out because I was thinking about them. Matter of fact, I should timestamp the separate messages. Let me just put, 7 minutes. The second message that I have is that no matter what you do nowadays, we live in an age where we have to use social media for a lot of things. It depends on what you do. Some people don't need social media for their careers. But if you're trying to do any side hustles, any businesses, anything where you have to advertise yourselves, you are always going to have negative feedback, okay? You're always going to have negative people watching you. It does not matter what you do, all right? I'm sitting there, I'm giving y'all a motivational information right now, and you have Steve talking about my fingernails. That has nothing to do with what we're talking about, but that is the kind of thing that you're going to have to deal with, all right? So the day ones know that's why I left the trolls in my chat. That's why I leave them there. Because again, spiritually, when you're spiritually and you're mentally grounded, little petty things like that are not going to bother you, and you will still be able to see the bigger picture of your goals, all right? It does not matter what you choose to do in life. People are going to talk about you. When I wanted to fit in and be with the status quo and I wanted to be in corporate, people at my job still did not like me. I dressed professionally. I stayed quiet in the meetings. I didn't talk back to anybody. I didn't get in any arguments. They still did not like me. Do you understand? You do whatever you want. It does not matter. I could be on here dressed as a nun reading the Bible and there would be an atheist in the chat cussing me out. Do you understand? Do whatever you want to do. And Steve, you have to be funny to be comedic relief. You're not that funny, sweetie. I'm the comedic relief. That's why this is my channel, and that's why people are watching me and not you. Okay? It does not matter what y'all do. Okay? Do whatever you want. They are going to talk about you anyway. That's just point blank, period. Follow whatever goal you want. Follow whatever dreams you want. It don't matter. I done tried it all. I'm here to tell you, I have tried it all. And no matter what people was talking about me before I did tarot. That's why this is not hard for me to do or deal with the trolls or deal with the crazy people. People were talking about me before that. It don't matter. You could be the nicest person in the world. There's this one girl, and I always think about her when I think about this. And I went to elementary school with her. She was the nicest girl. Like, she never had any drama, and there was still a girl beefing with her over a nigga. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter what you do. Okay? So we're going to get started. Those are my little motivational speeches for the morning. Those are my general messages. It applies. Don't matter what your zodiac sign is, okay? So the order we got so far, if you do not hear your sign on the list, make sure you drop it in the chat. We have Sag, Leo, Pisces, Capricorn, Cancer, Aquarius, Taurus, Gemini, Virgo, Libra. All right, so that's who we got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so who we missing? We got any Aries? Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo. Oh, Aries and Scorpio. Any Aries and Scorpios? Going once, going twice. Shout out to Northern California. All right, I'm going to just put Aries and Scorpio. We got Taurus on the list. Okay, so one more time, let y'all know. Sag, Leo, Pisces, Capricorn, Cancer, Aquarius, Taurus, Gemini, Virgo, Libra, Aries, Scorpio. If you're watching, the readings are about 10 to 15 minutes long. So if you're on TikTok, we're also up on YouTube. It's going to be time stamped. So check that out. Let me time stamp my little messages. All right, Sagittarius is, y'all are up first. My fire signs. Y'all know Sag and Leo is normally normally my first folks. All right, so let's see. All right, Sagittarius is. You don't like Tauruses, Patrick? Oh. All right, Sag. Let's see. So what energy should you be in, Sag? Tauruses are annoying. I'm not going to hold you. I'm not going to hold you. I normally try to keep it, you know, Tauruses can be a little much. Tauruses can be a little much. And I have Taurus in my birth chart, so don't... I have a personal planet in Taurus, but Tauruses can do a little much. All right, Sag, what energy should you be in for yourself, Sagittarius, is today? Let's see. You said that's why you stay alone. Are you a Taurus? Oh, shit. Look at that. Taurus coming to bother us all. No, I'm just playing. All right, Taurus energy. They came out yesterday. So what is a Taurus going to show us today? But... like I said, I have Taurus in my chart. Some of you may have a Taurus placement. If you have a Taurus rising or a Taurus moon. Oh, Stella, I'm going to be honest with you. I really just said Tauruses get on my nerves because Steve's a Taurus and he's annoying. So no shade to you, girl. And I did have a Taurus that stalked me for 7 years. But we'll get into that story another time. I try to not tell that story because I don't want her popping out the woodwork. I just can't. But anyway, let's focus. All right, so we got Taurus. Sagittarius, you may have a Taurus rising or a Taurus moon, if that applies to you. So if you have a Taurus rising, all right, this could be something out in public that you need to do. If you're a Taurus moon, this could be something that you need to keep private. So you will apply that as you see necessary, right? Or wherever this is in your chart. Also, Taurus is the current moment. It is the current resources that we have on hand right now, okay? You guys pulled that energy yesterday, so we're going to see what else it comes out for you. So if this is a person outside of you, what is this Taurus showing you? Let's see, what is Taurus? What is Taurus energy showing you here? Okay, honesty. So, Sag, you rule honesty. All right, so what are they showing you about honesty here? You rule honesty, and y'all just heard my long speech about you might as well do whatever you want instead of trying to, you know, fit inside of a box or anything like that. But honesty about what? Let's see. Okay, community. There you go. Sagittarius. So that could be the role that you play. You have transformation, focus, and bravery. So what I'm getting, and commit is next. So what I'm getting here is that you may see that your role is necessary in the community to be honest. And that just depends on where you're at, where you're working, whatever you're doing. That is, I feel like that is the energy that you're supposed to bring. All right, let's see. What other situation is this? And we'll get cards, of course. All right, but what other situation is this here? Okay, liar. That's what I said. Be yourself. I said that at the beginning. You might as well do what you want to do now That is why you're necessary, because you're going to be blunt or honest or truthful. That's just what Sag represents. That does not mean that Sages are not, that they never lie, okay? That does not mean they never lie. It just means that is what our energy rules. That's why Sages are known as Sagittarius, or as, you know, Sagittarius, oh, they're too blunt, or, you know, a lot of people don't like. There are certain Sagittarius that people don't like because they're very out there, or they don't really care to be very tactful. So this could be something, but at the end of the day, honesty is necessary. Sagittarius also rules like our spiritual transformations and spiritual belief systems. It also rules other communities. All right, so like foreign energy. Also, I equate with like Sag and Libra are energies that I put in the justice system. Like Libra is the justice system itself. Sagittarius is the energy of like the judges, the lawyers, things like that. So that's why truth comes out. All right, so let's see. Let's see what the lie is about. And then, so we got honesty. I feel like that's what role you are supposed to play. And what is the lie here? And then we'll get the tarot just to confirm it. So lie is detached and commit. And we got Virgo and Aquarius. Okay. What is the truth here? Excuse me. Maybe somebody's saying they don't care. All right. So we got arrogant, obstacles, incomplete, and then Scorpio. All right. Scorpio rules secrets. All right. We'll see what else this is. So let's get 8 cards. Now, there could be an energy, too, where arrogance creates an obstacle. I'll ask what your current energy is, but arrogance can create an obstacle. That's why you have community. So don't feel like you are above people or anything like that. But I feel like, too, somebody could be lying about being detached from a situation, or lying about not caring about something. But we'll get 8 cards, and I'll come back to that really quick. Let's get the tarot. Thank you, Wendy. Okay, so we got the 7 of Cups. There's the Ace of Wands, 3 of Wands, Page of Cups. Okay, so this definitely has something to do with how we are speaking. All right, so I feel like you may be trying to say something in a nice manner. That's what the Page of Cups typically is. Maybe you're trying to ease the blow on something, but sometimes you do have to be straightforward. It just depends on what we're discussing here. All right, you got the Wheel of Fortune, 6 of Wands, the Tower, and then the 10 of Swords. So something can abruptly end, or something may abruptly end with arrogance. Now, when it comes to honesty and community, people may accept you more if you're more honest. I'm also getting to, like I said, you don't want to be the arrogant individual, or you don't want I feel like somebody being arrogant or feeling like they are above people will end something for them. All right, but you're coming out as the Wheel of Fortune. That's typically your card. All right, what else are you doing here, Sag, currently? And then we'll get the Taurus energy. All right, so you got the 7 of Wands, 6 of Pentacles, and then the Hierophant. Yeah. So I feel like you don't want to work with a Taurus, or you don't want to deal with a Taurus. It depends on who that is to you. This could be like an organization or something like that. All right, let's see. Then you got the Queen of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, and then the Hangman. So so it looks like you block out something that this Taurus is trying to give or do, and they try to present it in a different way for you to look at it differently. Or if these are people, they go and present that same thing to a Pisces. All right, so what are you saying no to here? Because it's like you don't want to do something. Or let me see what else the Taurus's energy is in the Hierophant really quick. Because I feel like you're blocking it out. You don't want to do something here. Okay, there could be something also with Capricorn. So Capricorn it has something to do with groups of people, literally. They're going to show you something about that community. That's their purpose. All right, so let's see. What else is your current energy in the 7 of Wands, 6 of Pentacles? Okay, yeah, contemplate. So you're sitting here. What are you contemplating here? So I feel like while you're thinking, you don't really want that. You got compassion, rest, and repetitive cycle. So you may notice a cycle that you do. You're thinking about this, and I feel like it has something to do with compassion. Now that could be a typical, like I said before. Oh, that's what I was saying. Yeah, trying to say something nicely. You may be trying to say something in a nice way, and that's your repetitive cycle, and it may keep you in situations that you may not like really belong in. What would you do to break this cycle here? All right, yeah, perspective and intuition. All right, Cancer. So there could also be something about emotions, right? You say nice things or you say something in a kind manner because you want to help somebody, but that doesn't negate the fact that you're actually right, or that doesn't negate the fact that that you want to say or what you want to be honest about is actually true. All right, so let's see what else the Tower is, because it looks like, so that could be a shift in your own perspective. All right. What's your normal perspective on intuition with Cancer? So this could be intuitively picking up on people's emotions, or just intuitively knowing how to say certain things, how to approach certain situations. All right, so what is your typical perspective, or what do you normally expect here? Okay, you got the King of Swords, Two of Cups, and then the Death card. All right, so some of you may feel like your element, like literally, you think like, no, if I'm too mean, that changes the dynamic, that changes the issue. We did pull Scorpio. All right, we did pull Scorpio earlier. If you were to expand your mind or open up your mind, how would you view this? Okay, the King of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, and then the Four of Swords. So that looks like saving. Okay, so I don't think a Scorpio is a major part to your puzzle here. All right. Also, Taurus energy in your birth chart. Something may work better when you don't merge together. You may think you have to. All right. Scorpio energy, guys. If we're talking about the polarities of Taurus versus Scorpio, Scorpio is partnering up, needing somebody else's like resources or coming together or something like that. I feel like too, you feel like that's necessary. You're like, I have to get a partner, I have to build something up, or I have to transform something. If you're talking about money, you don't have to do an investment in like somebody else or something else. You can spend more time or money or energy on yourself, or working on something yourself. All right, that is what Taurus represents. It is the self. Let's clarify. What's your old perspective? You do have peace. Oh, secrets. Scorpio. Yeah, Scorpio is also secrets. Okay. So I feel like you are. I feel like you're supposed to say something out loud. Okay. What else? What's your new perspective? We know we have honesty. So I feel like you think you're supposed to keep something. Yeah, you got danger and fantasize and golden opportunity. I feel like you're supposed to warn people. You're not supposed to keep something hidden. And that just depends on whatever this is. You're supposed to keep something to yourself. Just in general, what do you normally keep to yourself? Maybe you see something, because we're seeing perspective and intuition. So when you see something, you're like, let me just be quiet. I'm not even going to say nothing. Let them do what they, whatever. Let them do what they do. But this may be your role. It depends on what it is. What do you normally keep hidden or think you're supposed to hide? All right, you got relocate, controlling, and an authority. All right, so I feel like the fact that you think you're supposed to keep something a secret is when I say relocate, that's changing your actions, changing your thoughts. It makes you think that you have to control yourself, or that you have no authority over speaking out. I feel like too, this isn't even about putting something on blast. Like, because we have the speak up card, we have things about flaunt. Like, there's nothing about really outing anybody, but it's like being honest even with people one-on-one. All right, it's just about straight up being honest about yourself, or honest about what you desire. This could also be like a step in the right direction for you, like when you admit what you actually want for yourself and things like that. All right, so let's get the outcome for my Sagittarius. Leo is next, y'all. So what's the outcome for the Sagittarius? Okay, you got self-care, sadness, restraint, and then Aries. So Aries energy is the self. You already know yourself. You're in Taurus. You're in the Taurus step now. All right, so I always tell y'all, if you're going through the astrology wheel, Aries is when you know yourself, you know your properties, you know what you like. Taurus is when you actually set that in stone. All right, Taurus is a fixed sign. So that means Aries is cardinal. We already initiated it. Taurus is the energy. Now we got to keep what we initiated, and that is what we're going to follow through on. And then you go through the whole wheel, but we'll I'm sure that more will come out for that. But yes, so that's Sagittarius's energy. You guys are being asked to be blunt in the next coming days. I honestly, I do hold back a lot. It may not seem like it, but I definitely do. I'm learning that I should not do that. All right. People not going to like you, though. I'm going to tell you that. But like I said, what I said in the beginning, they not going to like your ass anyway. It don't matter. It don't matter. They're not going to like you anyway. So tell the truth. Let me flip these so I can separate them. All right, Leos. Y'all are up next. I do have a message. Speaking of being honest, for the Leos. Yes, happy birthday to the ooh, excuse me. To the Leos. Hold on, y'all. Let me drink some water. And let me timestamp for y'all before I start talking. Okay, Leos. So the message that I have for my Leos said your baby don't hold back on nothing and she's only 10. I'm sure when I was younger, I was a lot. It was wild. I was very wild. This one girl that I went to high school with, when she started getting readings from me, she was like, yeah, I remember you being a lot more, like a lot more rowdier. I was like, yeah, girl. But listen, so Leos, one message, and I was thinking about this yesterday, and I'm saying this because I've witnessed it a few times. Okay, December 11th. I've witnessed it a few times. When it comes to Leos, y'all tend to self-destruct. All right, and anybody, any sign, any zodiac sign can self-destruct. Do not get me wrong about that. But I've witnessed like Leos that are very, I would say Leos are doing well for themselves and they would be successful, but that may not be enough. And it's interesting because Leos do rule the self. Like they're a fixed energy as well, like Taurus, but it's like not changing your actions, not changing your desires, anything that is associated with fire, right? So our desires, our spirit, our actions, our ambitions, things like that. So it's like I've just noticed, and I don't know what it is, but I just noticed that Leos and Leo placements, they tend to get a little self-destructive. So I wanted to throw that out there. Not saying that that's going to be your reading, but just keep that in mind in the, in the future, in the present. All right, Leos. So what energy should you guys be in? Let's see. What energy should you guys be in, Leos? Okay, so you have Libra energy. All right, so when we get Libra, again, whenever I pull another sign, guys, if you do not know anybody of that sign, check and see where it is in your birth chart, or it may apply to like a placement that you already know you have, right? Like your moon or your rising sign. But with Libra energy, this is about cause and effect, or it is about balanced partnerships or relationships, okay? So this is about cause and effect. If you're wondering if there's anything that you're dealing with, you may have to make it legal, or you may have to go to court for something, just, in case that's what you're wondering. Let's see what Libra energy is telling you or showing you here. What might Libra energy be telling or showing you? And they could be showing you this as an example or, anything like that. Okay, solution. All right. Now, in this case, if you have an issue currently, Leos, I would not do it yourself. I would go to a professional no matter what that issue is. This is not a time to do something alone. All right, you need to go to a professional for it. But let's see what the issue might be here. What's the quote-unquote issue? Okay, we got emotional attachment. All right, now, what would we be? I guess, of course, the opposite is being detached. But what else would be the result of this solution here? Oh, I love these cards. Detached. These are super clear. So, guys, if y'all don't read tarot, you can get these oracle cards. They're very straightforward, okay? I love them. They are tagged on the TikTok shop. Y'all know where to get them on my link. But yeah, so yeah, the issue here is detachment. All right, maybe a Libra's giving you that advice. All right, if you're wondering, like, well, how can I detach? Like, I don't know what to do. What will be the solution for you? Okay, it's ironic. Whatever that solution is ironic. I feel like the solution in itself is to become detached, or it can just be a Libra. All right, Libras are air signs, so I look at air signs. Doesn't mean that they can't be emotional, but air signs they rule logic in our thoughts. All right, what might you be emotionally attached to here, Leos? So the solution is going to be ironic. It's going to be something that you don't expect. We got intuition. What else are you emotionally attached to? So you know what this is then. All right, it could be something dealing with a Pisces. Okay, so it looks like, oh, okay, you're bothered. Okay, wait, this is literally what you're trying to do when you're emotionally attached. You're trying to look at the bright side of something that you don't like. You're partnering these things up literally together. However, you could be triggered by a Pisces. It just depends. If you guys are dating one, with one, whatever. But I feel like you're trying to make these two things coexist. What might be triggering you, Leos? And then we'll get the tarot. Okay, we got relocate. You could be mad that somebody moved on, left. Yeah, relocate and focus. All right, so I feel like somebody changed their focus. They may not be focused on you anymore. All right, let's get 8 cards. Let's see. They could have, you know, maybe somebody left, got a new relationship, or it really can go however. It could be friends, family. It really doesn't matter. All right, let's get 8 cards. Okay, King of Pentacles, the Hermit. Somebody does look like they're focused on something solo or isolated. There could be a Virgo involved. We got the Knight of Wands, 8 of Wands, 5 of Wands, Page of Cups, 10 of Swords, and then the 9 of Pentacles. So what I'm getting here, we're talking about emotional attachment. All right, again, the Page of Cups coming out, the way that we're thinking or talking. You could be emotionally attached to what somebody is saying as well. But let's see. I feel like, too, you could be taking something personal. You have a lot of cards that are of the self here, especially the Hermit. There, like I said, there could be a Virgo involved, but this is something where somebody is focused on themselves. So if they are relocating their focus or changing their focus, I don't feel like it has anything to do specifically with you, or even if it does, I'm assuming it must be for a reason. Okay, because I feel like at the end of it, somebody's able to be independent here. So let's see. What else are you emotionally attached to here, Leos? Yeah, the 9 of Cups. So I feel like this energy or this person made you happy. Like literally, I feel like that's why you're emotionally attached. These can be memories that you had. You got the Ace of Cups. Yeah, the Sun. All right, you have the Wheel of Fortune, the 3 of Cups. So you have a lot of like happiness here with this person, or you guys can discuss things together. So I feel like you're thinking about past memories with the Wheel of Fortune coming out here. All right, let's see. So now if that's the issue, what is emotional attachment causing for you right now? I feel like, too, you wouldn't even be triggered if you weren't so emotionally attached in the first place, right? But let's see, what triggered you with relocate and focus? Looks like somebody changed what they're doing. Yeah, somebody started to keep something to themselves. All right, they started to keep something to themselves or make their decisions on their own. With maybe they used to, I don't know, consult you or share something with you. All right, so why did this person start to do that? Why did they change their focus? Okay, the 7 of Cups. It looks like they had different options and things like that, or different plans. All right. Yeah, King of Cups, Knight of Pentacles. And then we do have the 5 of Swords. So let me clarify, because literally the Knight of Pentacles is that relocation energy, right? Changing their actions, their thought patterns, what they're working on. Why did they change their focus here? Okay, we've got ground yourself, which is interesting with the Seven of Cups. All right, we got Capricorn energy, transformation, and bravery. So I don't know if there's a Capricorn involved at all, but some Capricorn energy is initiating as well. It's cardinal. All right, nope, I didn't do Virgo yet. Capricorn is a person that can initiate things on their own, any cardinal sign. So the cardinal signs, which is interesting because your advice is a cardinal sign, and it's Libra. Aries, Libra, Cancer, and Capricorn. All right, those are your cardinal signs. They'll go and initiate things and, kind of get things started. But with transformation and bravery, that's an energy where I feel like somebody's able to do something on their own. They're just changing what they're focused on. Excuse me. Capricorn also, with this combination, I feel like somebody had a realization of what they want in the future or what they want long term. All right, so Capricorn is the energy of our long term resources, long term plans. They could even be thinking about something just period when they're older. Capricorn is like age, time, things like that. Somebody could have actually physically relocated. Maybe somebody had to relocate or change industries or something like that. But I feel like you were able to get along well with this person. Now Sagittarius did come out as a Wheel of Fortune and read. I don't know if you're dealing with like a Sag Capricorn placement. I don't really see them too much here. But yeah. So what's going to be the result for you detaching? For yourself. Okay, you have sadness. So you might be a little sad about it. You might have to get over it. But there you have self-assured and then laughter. So it is temporary. You're not always going to feel like that. If maybe you're taking offense to what somebody's doing or something with the trigger card, but I feel like, that energy will pass. Yeah, because it doesn't look like, what's interesting about the individual or the energy that you're triggered by, they're not pulling your energy. I can pull a card to see, like, because maybe you're wondering, why did my ex do this? Or why doesn't my child want to do this? Or why doesn't my, business partner, my coworker, my boyfriend, my girlfriend, whatever, you may be wondering about, like, why are they not depending on me or listening to me? They could still even be there. You could be with the person. Because I actually get Leo and Capricorn together a lot. You could even still have a person around you, but they focusing on something else right now. What's their energy towards you, Leo? Yeah, it's self-care. So it's like something is not against you. So that could bother you too, though. That could bother you too. You like, well, I'm emotionally attached. Why don't you care? But it's not against you. Yeah, there's money outflow and do it solo. Yeah, unpromising and status quo. So something may work for you that doesn't work for them. You may fit in better to a certain group of people, or you may fit in better in the workplace, something like that. They can't do that. It looks like this person has to do something by themselves. So yeah, there's honesty, helpful, in Leo. So that's me. We already said that. You already said that Sag has to help you. But yeah, there's your patterns. And then you got worried and professionalism. All right, so something is not targeted at you. It's not to get back at you. It's not to be mean to you. All right, so try not to take it personal, Leos. All right, hold on. Let me do my little notes on here. All right, Pisces. Shout out to Australia. Scorpio is going to be last today. I think I know somebody says Scorpio rising. You might be the first Scorpio. All right, so far, y'all, we did Sag and Leo. We're going to do Pisces, and then we got Capricorn, Cancer, Aquarius, Taurus, Gemini, Virgo, Libra, Aries, Scorpio. And if you're on TikTok, this will be up on YouTube and timestamped. All right, Pisces. What energy should you be in, Pisces, for yourself? Let's see. Okay, ignore. I pulled this a lot yesterday, so let's see what you need to ignore. Let's see. What do you need to ignore, Pisces? Lust. Okay, now yesterday we talked about somebody being attracted to you. I feel like maybe you're sexually attracted to somebody today. You might have to temper that. You might have to restrain yourself from that. Okay, what should you focus on instead? So you might have to restrain from that today. If you, I know it's the weekend. Everybody, you know. What should you focus on, Pisces, for yourself? Okay, you got partnership. Now, if somebody already in a relationship, please don't cheat on your partner. That's just for a few. If that's what this is, do not do that. But this can also be like a platonic friendship, something more platonic. All right. If you're thinking about a relationship, do not just focus on the sexual part. Think about like, okay, is this going to be a good partner to help me with this, that, and the third? You know what I'm saying? Like somebody could be very attractive, but like if you get a flat tire, are they able to come pick you up? Or, you know, stuff like that. Like focus on whether or not you guys get along well. But again, if you like say this weekend, you get an invite to go out with somebody on a date versus like being out with your friend, you may have a better energy with your friend or something like that. Or maybe this can be something business wise. All right, let's see. I do see repetitive cycles. So this could be a repetitive cycle when it comes to sex or somebody that you're attracted to. I'll leave that because that could be a significant card. All right, so let's see. You said you cheated. Let's see. What's the outcome of lust here? Yeah, encouragement. Let's see it start. Yeah, it changes your perspective. Listen, if you let me see. Okay, if you cannot have detached, casual sex, do not do this. Okay, and I'm assuming that because this is your advice, that you probably can't. Okay. I'm assuming that is your advice. All right. Do not do that. Do not try to have sex with somebody this weekend, or at least look at them as a person. All right. What's the outcome of partnership? Like, look at them in totality. See what else they have going for them, especially if you're a woman. All right. Men be fine and don't have nothing else outside of being fine sometimes. So, unless you're at the space where you could do that, you know, but you're a water sign, so be honest with yourselves, water signs. Okay, I don't think y'all can do that. Don't do it. All right, but what will be the outcome of partnership here? So this can be like a better person that you're already with, a friendship, whatever. All right, so you got to speak up. Oh, triggered. Somebody might be bothered by that. You got worried in community. What's the repetitive cycle here? And then we'll see what's different. I feel like this needs to be about friendships. You've got envy. Okay, you know what else? I gotta say this too. I don't know if Pisces feel like this, like Pisces women. I really don't know that many Pisces women. But if you're, I don't know if this could be like another woman that you're noticing. If you ever envy another woman and you feel like they're attractive, or you feel like, oh, a lot of men are attracted to them, do not envy them. Do not. Okay? It is not, listen, y'all see how they harass me all day on here. It's not always fun. Don't envy it. Okay? It's okay. And quite frankly, you can make yourself look like that too, if that's what you're wondering. If that's what the situation is, I got to give it generally. So do not envy anybody that you feel like is receiving attention for being attractive or anything like that. It is not, These men will fuck a hole in the wall. Okay? Do not. Just please don't envy it. It does not matter. But like I said, with partnership, this can be something platonic. You know, it's all good. If you go out with your friend and they're getting like, you know, sexual attention, it's okay, girl. Do not feel no type of way about that. Okay? Trust me. All right. What else does this have to deal with? And then we'll get the tarot cards for y'all. Okay, yeah, you got to focus. So you got to ignore. I feel like just overall, it's not, there are bigger things or bigger fish to fry. I really wouldn't have sex this weekend because it looks like it is going to change your perspective. I should have pulled up the astrology too. I didn't pull it up. All right, so the Ace of Cups gives 7 more cards. Yeah, there you go. 9 of Cups, the Hangman. So you're the Hangman in the deck. All right, you got the Emperor, Queen of Wands. Yeah, that could be the lust energy, the Tower. And then the Page of Cups is coming out in every reading. Real quick, but that came out 3 times. What's the Page of Cups real quick? We have speak up, so it could be the way something is being said. Okay, sadness. Sadness, money outflow, and secret. Okay, so a Cancer might be sad, or somebody may be... What may make somebody upset or sad here real quick? Oh, compassion. Okay, compassion, observe, and authority. So that's what I was getting. Okay, so basically somebody may wish that they didn't have compassion in a scenario, and that may be what you're going to realize with lust. All right, but I feel like too, you're sitting here and you're enjoying something. You may enjoy something with an Aries woman, like an Aries friend. All right, I don't know, you know, I'm just saying that because the Emperor came out. So you may be out here with like a platonic friend, or some of you may already be with an Aries. If you have an Aries son, if you got an Aries, you know, you're out with your brother, your sibling, something like that. Go ahead and stay with that person, stay with that individual. All right, let's see what the Tower is. What's the norm here? Because this is going to shift your perspective. As a Hangman, as a Pisces, you do rule like having a different perspective than other people. All right, so that is literally what you rule. All right, let's see what the Tower is. What's the norm here? Your normal... Oh, that's right. We said that lust will encourage you to change your mind. What do you already see in the Hangman? What do you already see in the Hangman? You already have a good perspective. Yeah, self-care. You got liar, solution, relocate, and then contemplate. And what are they going to change your mind into? They're going to encourage you to do something. Yeah, the 2 of Pentacles, 2 of Swords, the 5 of Swords. So something may start to make you feel like you shouldn't be single or you shouldn't be alone. But you have, I mean, partnership here, like I said, it can be a platonic friend. But it's like the lust part or something is what makes you look at something differently. Maybe that makes you feel alone or something like that. But do not, you know, don't change your mindset. You already have a good perspective of self, especially with Aries next to it, even if it's not another person outside of you. All right, what's the outcome for my Pisces? Oh, okay, you got to do it solo. So what I would say, too, is when you're looking at the partnership, do not just focus on the lust part. All right, you getting to know somebody, get to know them besides, okay, they look good. Right? You need to get to know somebody besides that or underneath that. All right. Make sure they can actually help you with things or, you know. Now, if you got ignoring lust, I don't know each Pisces individually, but don't get pregnant. Don't get pregnant this weekend because I don't think that person's going to be a good partner to help you. Just got to throw that out there. Not a good idea. All right, so that was Pisces. And then we got Capricorn next. Capricorns. Yes, please. I got to give that warning, okay? I gotta give that warning. I gotta let y'all know. I know the lady to be watching for love a lot, so the Sag reading told me to be honest, y'all. You're gonna hear a lot. See, I take my advice with the tarot, okay? I be listening. What are those little icon things? I don't even know what that is on YouTube. All right, Capricorns. Oh. Okay, we got repetitive cycle in Taurus. All right, so I'm going to put these back. We're going to see. They flew out, so we'll see if it comes back out. Hold on, y'all. Let me adjust there a little bit. Just a little. Hopefully it doesn't start burning up in here. All right, Capricorns. All right, what energy should my Capricorns be in here? Let's see. What energy should my Capricorns be in this scenario? Okay, liar. So, okay, liar. You should lie. Okay, or maybe you need to know somebody is a liar. Your advice is to lie. Oh Lord. All right, well, that's interesting because Sag is supposed to be the truth. That's probably an emergency. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Okay, sorry, y'all. Okay, we good? All right. I had to make sure it's not frozen. Sometimes when I get calls, it freezes. Make sure y'all can hear me, see me. Let me change the timestamp for Capricorn too real quick. Okay. All right, y'all. So Capricorn, their advice was liar. All right, so there is a need to lie about something. Let's see. So, okay, who do you need to lie to? You're supposed to lie to somebody? Let's see. Who are you supposed to lie to? We've got self-care, Gemini, and then commit. You might have to, okay, we're going to see what the lie is, but you may have to lie to someone to get them to do something positive for themselves. Maybe that's going to be the outcome. We're going to see. That's odd. What's the lie? What do you have to lie about? Oh, rules. Wow. You know what's interesting? Because Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. So I feel like you're going to be able to get away with that. You need to lie about the rules to something to get somebody to commit or to get somebody to follow. Okay, so you're going to have to make up some rules here. All right, maybe this is your kid or... All right, what's the rule that you have to make up? Like, you're going to have to make up a rule to get somebody to kind of follow through on something positive. Okay, so it looks like a rule about sex, literally. You got lust and golden opportunity. So I feel like that you have to make up a rule about sex to get, that could be what it is. Maybe you got to make up a rule about sex to get somebody to commit. Is that what this is? What? All right, what's the truth? I mean, this could be like a child or like somebody, maybe it's somebody you're dating, but like maybe you got to teach your child about this or something, but what's the truth? So, okay, the truth is I don't know if there's a lot of people you've had sex with. I don't know. I don't want to say it like that. Community fantasizing Scorpio, but I feel like the truth is a group of people. Oh, you need to know something is a lie. I feel like that's what this is. There's some sort of lie about like sex here. But the truth is that everybody fantasizes about sex. I feel like because the lie is almost like people, maybe people think like, oh, we fantasize about commitment, but I feel like the truth is that people fantasize about the sexual part. And I'm saying that because that's what Scorpio rules. It rules sex. It rules our like genital area. So also, if you didn't know, each of the, hey Amelia, thank you. If you didn't know, each zodiac sign represents like a part of the body. So Scorpio is the genitals, but it's like, I don't, it's almost like somebody thinks that a certain opportunity comes from maybe being sexual or sexy or attractive. But it's like everybody fantasizes about that. Everybody's fantasizing about sex or an entire group of people. What role do you play here, Capricorn? Because that's okay. You've got compassion. I feel like this is something is about, okay. Something's about sex. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pulling that, okay. And you need to be a liar. If you're doing something out of compassion, this is because somebody's lying. Or lying to you. Or something. All right, let's see. Let's get 8 cards. Let's see. Oh, did I miss something? What's that? Oh. All right. Oh, shoot. Hold on, y'all. I done lost the card. 1 second. I'm not at my normal desk, so it's not as easy to move around and get the cards when they fall. Okay, so right now your compassion, you have to lie. Okay, we're going to see. A whole bunch of people are fantasizing about sex. I don't know what that has to do with you. The Page of Cups is coming out in every reading, guys. In the last reading, it was sadness. Yes, 7 of Wands. There's a 5 of Cups. There's Gemini. So Cancer was coming out like this in the Pisces reading. But they're actually sad. All right, we got Gemini energy, Ace of Cups. Ace of Wands, 10 of Swords, and in the World. So this is definitely going, literally, a new emotion to inspire the end of the way that we perceive like sadness or compassion. What is supposed to be, we have Gemini twice. Let me see what Gemini is doing. What is Gemini's energy? I'm assuming this could be somebody that's significant to you. What is this person's energy towards you? Okay, we've got relocate. We got Libra and triggered. What is the Gemini doing? Oh, Libra again. Maybe a Gemini is actually with a Libra. This is odd. Okay. I don't know what that has to do with you. I'm so, like, I feel like if you have, this is a weird reading. Who do you have compassion for? I'm assuming the Gemini or the liar. If you're wondering something about a Gemini, I feel like they are gone, or you will not, they've relocated. They're going to live with a Libra, or they're with a Libra, or they're in a relationship, or I don't think you'll be with that Gemini. This is odd. What is the end here? What's it coming to an end? Okay, something with a Taurus. So this whatever this Taurus is doing, that came out in the Sag energy. The Sag is supposed to tell the truth. You're supposed to lie or know that somebody is a liar. So the lesson with Taurus is over. We already figured that out. What's the next sign? Cancer is next. This is an odd reading because I don't know what that has to do with you. What energy are you supposed to be in with the liar energy? The Two of Wands, there's the Star, and then there's the Community. All right. I feel like you're going to learn a rule about like sex or something. Your reading is very strange. I'm not going to hold you. But maybe you are supposed to lie. The best thing I could look at with this is like, say you had a kid and you're trying to teach them like, you know, about sex or something. You may have to come up with something so that they're not doing anything crazy or like, because literally what else is the Community doing? It's like literally they fantasize about sex. That's what we're talking about. Whatever that has to do with you, I don't know. Or what else is the group fantasizing about? Or something could be a fantasy. Oh. I feel like it is sex. All right, it came out as the Temperance and the Knight of Wands. So I feel like it has to do with like having sex with somebody, or I don't know where you are. That's a very weird, strange reading for you. Where was Gemini at before? Oh, I see. Okay, Capricorns, if you were dealing with a Gemini, you're not supposed to be with them because they wanted to stop something that you believe in for yourself. They needed to stop you, basically. I don't know what this is. That's weird. All right, let's see. We're going to see the outcome. What's the outcome for you, Capricorns? All right, you got flaunt. It is an entire community here. Looks like they're fantasizing about sex with a Sag or sex with somebody or somebody that's attractive. Oh my goodness. What else are you going to be able to show off or flaunt here? I mean, I feel like that's it. Yeah, self-assured, money outflow, be different. All right. There's arrogant, money inflow. There's Capricorn. Yes, Sagittarius, helpful, speak up, professionalism. All right, so I feel like you have to, I don't know where, I don't know what that's going to do for you guys, but you'll see what that means. All right, you're going to have to lie to somebody about sex or something. That's what you got to lie about. I feel like really it's you're going to know something's a lie. The rules about sex are a lie or something like that. I feel like that's more so what it is. It's some sort of rule or regulation that comes down to sex. Ooh, you know what else? That could be because it was lust and golden opportunity. I don't know if you guys like believe in like sex magic or something like that. I don't know if that's what that is. Maybe somebody believes in like sex magic or like, oh, when we have sex, they'll take my energy or something like that. There's something that really it doesn't make sense, or like everybody wants to have sex. Everybody thinks about having sex or something. Something odd. That's an odd reading. Okay, I might owe Capricorn a bonus. All right, Cancers, y'all are up next. Let's see. That was strange. It could be sex before marriage. A lot of the rules that are centered around sex really are not real anyway. The only rule you need to worry about is STDs and pregnancy. That's really, those are the main rules. Now that will happen. All right, that's a real rule. Don't let these dirty... I'm telling you. No, Scorpio's last today. Sorry to the Capricorns if that wasn't clear. That was just weird. It kind of took me by surprise. Okay. Let me timestamp this for Cancers. All right, what energy should the Cancers be in? Let's see. What energy should the Cancers be in? Yeah, I'm promising. All right, I knew that was going to come out. Check on your Cancers today. All right, what's wrong, Cancers? What looks unpromising? Or you need to look at the negative of something so that you can fix it. But what's unpromising here? Okay, encouragement. And then worried. Okay, there's liar. Okay, so if you're trying to encourage somebody not to be worried or to calm down, that may not happen. What is the situation about here, Cancers? Okay, bravery. Okay, so don't just be brave, all right? Do what you need to do. Don't just be brave, but be sensible about something. What are you brave and what are you doing out of bravery? You're being encouraged not to worry, but you should. Yeah, something's missing, incomplete. What else is missing, or you're missing information? Do not just jump out on the ledge and just do something. What else is missing here? You got Taurus energy, Gemini, Libra. These could be actual people. That's a lot. Wow, that's a lot. Virgo. Yeah, these are a lot of people. All right, if these are people, these are the people you need around you. You need the support. You got Taurus, Gemini, a Libra, and a Virgo. That's very specific. That does make sense. If these are not people, the energy that is missing, you're not taking your time and looking at something. So Taurus is the beginning stages of the resources. Gemini is the ideas or what you're going to do with those resources. Libra is actually initiating what you're going to use and do, initiating the idea, doing the research. Virgo is initiating the work. I'm also getting to what's missing. If this is health-wise, is something healthy. Taurus and Virgo are like natural resources, natural foods, herbs, things like that, like diet, exercise. That's what that rules. What are you doing? What else are you doing instead? Or you need a support system. Maybe you're trying not to worry and these are people that you know. All right, so you got Sag and it's out of your hands. Something is not out of your hands. You got money inflow. Something's not out of your hands and then you're triggered. You might be triggered by a Sagittarius. Something has nothing to do with this person. We're going to break this down, but the people that you need is Taurus, Gemini, Libra, and Virgo right now, if these are people. All right, what are you doing with the Sag energy? This could be like a spiritual belief system. Sag rules spiritual belief systems. Yeah, you keep coming out as a Page of Cups. You keep coming out as that today in literally every reading. Where is the Sag at? You got the Hermit, which is Virgo. So this person already has knowledge or they've already done something. I don't know if you're trying to compare, but let's see what the Taurus energy is for you. There you go, the Chariot. Okay, you're finding information. There's the triggered part. What's making you triggered? What might bother you? Or something that you're currently doing. I know what this is. I know what this means. Okay. How do I want to explain this, right? We're talking about the astrology wheel. You're skipping a step. All right. That's why something isn't working now. With the Nine of Wands with trigger, this can also be something internally that is bothering you, offending you, triggering you, or like you're bothered by something a Sag is doing. But that Sag has already been through that scenario. When you get the Hermit and Virgo, that means they've already experienced something. This can also be like a Virgo-Sag combo. Maybe it's just somebody else that's missing something too. But let's see. What is, it's like you're skipping steps. You're already at Sag energy. So if you believe something is out of your hands, if this has anything to do with making money or something like that, that means that you skip the steps of actually looking at the resources you can use to get it. This can also be with Sagittarius energy. Like I said, it rules spirituality. So this could be like a spiritual belief system that you have. It's like you're missing the reality part of it. You might need the support of these people. Okay, yeah, there's irony. You cannot skip steps. You can't, if you're trying to compare yourself to somebody, you may not be able to be there just yet. What else is missing for you? You're going to find out later that something is missing. The Three of Pentacles. Yeah, there's the Five of Cups. You came out as sadness before. But you're coming out, this is like, we don't know you're sad, Cancer. All right, so maybe you need to admit that that's something you don't feel good about, something I'm promising, or you need to feel good. That's the problem. That's what's missing. You feel brave, or you feel like you can just jump into something. You can't. You need to look at all the elements. What else will Gemini do here? Gemini energy. All right, you'll be able to start over with the Fool card. Also, you will admit that you don't know yet. You haven't experienced something yet. See, Gemini and Sag are polarities, right? So this is about teaching versus learning. You may be teaching something before it's time, or you're doing something before it's time. This is Sag. This is Gemini. You need to start here. I feel like, too, if you're doing something new, you can't do that thing in the same manner, or you don't have experience doing that same thing. Like, you may have experience or wisdom in another field or in another situation. You don't have that experience right now. You have to start over. What else is Libra energy? Yeah, there's a Six of Swords. It could literally, yeah, I was going to say, it could literally be a Libra or their assistants. All right, so I feel like somebody else may have to take the lead here. You have to get more information and build something up first. All right, you're being a little too brave or whatever. All right, so what's the outcome here for you, Cancers? And then we're going to do Aquarius. Okay, yeah, observe. What will we notice here? Ground yourself. Yeah, you have to, something has to be more realistic. You got Pisces, blockage, and laughter. Literally, you need to be realistic here. Something's not funny, or you're just... So this is the thing. I don't have, yeah, there it is. Cancer and indulgence. I feel like this could be, well... Yeah, it could be something you indulged in or something. Now, I did not, what I will say, the good thing is I didn't pull obstacles. I didn't pull danger. So something can be fixed, but you have to go back to the root of something, or you need assistance from other people or somebody who has already found this solution before. You have to admit that you do not know how to do this on your own. All right. You have to do so. You have a lot of natural elements. You have earth and air. You don't have fire and water. So there is no actions that you need to take. You shouldn't be doing something based off of emotion. If these are physical things, when I get earth sign energy, if this has anything to do with health, you need vegetables. Like, something is about the things that you're consuming. I wouldn't do any liquor or smoking or anything like that. But yeah, that you cannot, this is not a time for you to be brave and think that you can do something solo and do something on your own. You do need more information. That's okay. That's okay. Okay, Aquarius is next. Aquarius is next, y'all. Oh, yeah, I always forget to tell y'all, we do the $5 questions if y'all have questions. You either do Cash App, PayPal, or Super Chat. All right, so Aquarius, y'all, is next. All right, Aquarius, if y'all are watching on TikTok, so far we did Sag, Leo, Pisces, Capricorn, and Cancer. We're going to do Aquarius, Taurus, Gemini, Virgo, Libra, Aries, Scorpio. All right? All right, Aquarius, what energy should you be in, Aquarius, for yourselves? Let's see. What energy should my Aquariuses be in? Okay, speak up. All right, you're going to have to speak up on something. All right, that's interesting because Aquarius is, I don't know if they have a problem with speaking up, but if this is your advice, that means you're not talking about it. So what do you need to speak up on, Aquarius? It could be speaking up on something for yourself, of course. Taurus, so I guess the Taurus is just traumatizing every, no, I'm just kidding. All right, the Taurus just did everybody's reading today. Okay, Taurus is worried, and that's ironic. So a Taurus might be worried about you speaking up. Now, you may be worried about speaking up, which is ironic. Yeah, Aquarius. Yeah, it looks like you're ignoring something, Aquarius. Okay. What is a Taurus worried about? You need to speak up on this. Okay, we've got Leo getting an opportunity, and then rules. We talked these. This is interesting. Okay, and then honesty. There's something. Okay, so a Taurus is worried that a Leo is going to give an opportunity to a Capricorn or a Sagittarius. If these are people. Well, let's see. What are you currently doing, Aquarius? What's your current energy? Now, Leo is also opposite of you. Okay, you're doing something out of compassion. So you may be trying to be quiet out of compassion for somebody. Out of compassion for who? Let's see. Okay, money outflow. Do it solo. We got indulgence. All right. What else do you need to say? What do they need to know? Somebody, a Taurus, is worried about a Leo getting an opportunity. Got Libra energy. Okay, community. All right, well, you could be keeping this quiet and you actually need to speak up about this. Okay. Let's get 8 cards. Hello there. Thank you. I saw you. Thanks for the compliment. All right, let's get 8 cards. It's amazing how much attention men really need. Like, that is, like, people really need to study that. The things that men be doing for attention is crazy. Like, they will go above and beyond just for you to say hi. Jesus Christ. What is the dopamine level with that? All right, Aquarius, let's get 8 cards. I know I'm right. I know you need attention. Why? I don't understand it, but here's Leo. So we talked about a Leo here. The center of this reading is a Leo. We're worried that this Leo is either going to receive an opportunity or give an opportunity to somebody else. Let's see. Okay, so a Leo has been working on something. It looks like it came to an end. Yeah, here's the Hierophant. Here's a Taurus. Because I feel like it's ironic that the Taurus is worried, or the Taurus typically gets the rules or sets the rules here. Okay, we got the 8 of Wands, the 4 of Cups, 9 of Wands. There's the Chariot. So the people involved is a Leo, Taurus, and a Cancer. Because it has, okay, also somebody's worried that an opportunity comes with a set of rules. Like, okay, or something comes with an ultimatum. So somebody's okay with doing something, but the rules or regulations come with an ultimatum. It's ironic. Okay, what is the Taurus worried about? It's ironic that this Taurus is even worried. This is in your reading? Okay. So somebody feels, yeah, somebody's going to find something out. This is what a Taurus may be worried about occurring. Again, this is another Leo card. What else is the Taurus worried about here? What do they think? It's like they think somebody's going to find something out. I don't know if it could be an organization, a business, or whoever set the rules and regulations. What would be the result for this Taurus here with the worries or whatever? Yeah, okay, dogmatic, a trap mindset. This could be you too, because the next card is secret. There, you need to speak up on whatever this is. You'll know what this is because you'll want to keep it to yourself. You may feel like it will impact you in a bad way, or what do you think is going to happen if you speak up? Self-care, relocate, and controlling. You feel like it would bring too much attention on you. Like somebody's going to start trying to control you. When they're kind of minding their business already. You're like, if I say too much, you may also feel like you'll come out as being selfish. I feel like too, if a Taurus is saying something, they're getting ignored. And that's going to bother them. It's like a Taurus is saying something, they're getting ignored here. And then now they're worried because if these are people, somebody's supposed to listen to you, I'm assuming. Let's see what your current energy is, and we'll see what you kind of look like in the energy of speaking up. Now, Taurus also rules the throat chakra. All right. So, yeah, your energy, you're the King of Pentacles. You have the information kind of in your hands. What are you going to do when you speak up, or what does that kind of appear to be like here? Yeah, the King of Wands. All right, so you have the information. You're supposed to speak up on it or share it. All right, you are keeping something to yourself, but yeah, you may, like I said, Taurus rules the throat chakra, so that could be why you are worried about speaking up. I don't feel like there's no ramification if that's your, if that is your, what's it called? If that's what you're supposed to do, I feel like, that's your advice. If you're supposed to keep something a secret, that would have came out. Pretty straightforward. One more for the Leo's energy. Looks like they've been working on something and then it stopped. Maybe somebody lost a job or something. What else is the Leo doing? It looks like they have the golden opportunity. Okay, they're receiving money. So a Leo is receiving something from a Capricorn Aries polarity, yet intuition. And be different, or they're receiving something. It's almost like we don't want that Capricorn to get, we don't want that Leo to get an opportunity with a Capricorn. I feel like too, if a Leo is receiving money, they're supposed to share it with a Capricorn. They're not. I feel like that might be why the liar or the Capricorn's supposed to lie or something. But it's like a Leo is receiving something maybe they're not supposed to. It looks like they are receiving some sort of income or whatever, even if not. Or they're receiving something. What else is the Leo receiving? Looks like they receive money from a Capricorn Aries. All right, but intuition is saying to be different. Yeah, Seven of Swords, King of Swords, the Hermit. Yeah, there's a Page of Wands. So there's just knowledge that something's going on and it's not being said. All right, so you got speak up, Aquarius. All right, Taurus is actually next. Taurus has been in everybody's readings. I should have just checked to see. I don't think there's any planets in Taurus, but I didn't check, so don't quote me on that. They might just be hanging around the town. All right, Aquarius. I'm sorry. That was Aquarius. Taurus. Let me put the thing. All right, Taurus. What energy should you be in, Taurus? What energy should you be in for yourself? Okay, perspective flew out. I don't always keep the cards that fly out, but we'll see. What energy should you be in, Taurus, for yourselves? Let's see. Okay, ground yourself. Okay, so in this case, you need to be a little more realistic. You guys are Earth ruled. Okay, so what are you currently doing that's a little ungrounded here? So be more realistic. Okay, lust. All right, so it could be somebody that you're attracted to or somebody that you're having sex with, or like something's not realistic about who you are attracted to or lusting after. Okay. Not a good time to be centered around, I guess, sex or attracted to somebody, or you're thinking about sex. What would you do when you're grounding yourself here, Tauruses? So you guys speak up. We talked about the Aquarius speaking up, and you might be worried about that. I feel like that's what it is. What's going on with lust? What's the result of you, I don't know, lusting after somebody, or maybe you're having sex with somebody you're not supposed to, or maybe you're supposed to be realistic about what's going on. Yeah, detached. So I don't think, if we're talking about a relationship, I don't think somebody is emotionally attached here. Because what do you expect to occur? It's like you could be fantasizing about something, but what do you expect to occur here? Maybe you're the one that came out in a Capricorn reading or something. Oh, you expect something to change? Just because, I don't know if it's because you're attracted to somebody. Now, this may be a scenario where you're having sex with somebody. You expect the dynamic of the relationship to change. It won't. Like if you're having casual sex, or somebody's not in a relationship with you, you think like, okay, that, you know, this sex is so good, it'll change the situation, or we're having sex every day, they're going to be bound to want a relationship with me, or something like that. So what else is the current scenario? You feel like something's going to change in this sexual like encounter. I feel like you need to be realistic also about something sexual. That will not change. It just depends on what the scenario is. But what's the current state? And you feel like something's going to change. Damn. I'm sorry. Yeah, somebody is going to continue to ignore you. They're not attracted to you. I'm going to say it straightforward. I'm so sorry. I don't know who it is, but they're ignoring something that you want, or they are ignoring you. If that's a Pisces, Pisces literally had lust and ignore. So if this person's not attracted to something, or they are ignoring something, even if you take sex out of it, maybe you're not having sex right now. It's just like there's something you desire or something you want to be a part of, and I feel like you think somebody's going to be attracted to you, or you like something looks attractive, but you're being ignored. What do you think that's going to turn into? Yeah, this person is very, I don't think they care. Yeah, you think somebody's going to start focusing on you. They are ignoring you. Sorry, Tauruses. That is what they're not attracted to you. I'm so sorry. What is this person focusing on? Just so you know, or, okay, we've got solution and then self-assured. I don't think either they could be focused on work too with solution. Maybe this could be somebody that you're actually with. Like maybe you're already with them and it is a relationship and they're focused on their career. They're not, you know, they're not going to change what they're doing, or they're not going to have sex all day, or yeah, this person does not, I don't really need too many other cards, because I guess the root, we'll figure out like the root of why do you think that's going to change? Why do you think that's going to change? Because you're trying to manipulate them, or you're trying to manipulate it. Maybe that worked before. Maybe you were able to change somebody's mind. Oh, I see. You could be, you might be trying to use money, spend money on somebody to get them to kind of pay attention. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't really need tarot cards. This could have worked before. We don't really need the extra tarot. I don't know if you're doing, because the signs that you came out in the Sagittarius reading. So I don't know if that's who it is, or if it's a Pisces. They had ignore and lust. Let's get 8 cards. Let's see. Oh, dang. I forgot to go live on Twitch and Kick again. Let's see. So, sorry, guys. Yeah, somebody's working. They got the 8 of Pentacles, 4 of Swords, 3 of Cups, and then the 7 of Wands. I don't know if somebody already said no. Yeah, there's a whole... Yeah, somebody has already said no. This is probably professional. This person's not attracted to you. I'm so sorry. I just have to put it out there. They are not. Because I think you need to hear it multiple times. It's interesting because we talked about why do you think that'll change? You have manipulation. You have all the elements, but it's just not working. So why... I guess that could be what you're watching for. Like, why won't it work? Why wouldn't they be attracted to me? Or... why are they not attracted to you, Taurus, I guess is what you need to know. Or why doesn't something look attractive? Now, if we're taking sex out of it, I would also say, like, say this is like a business or something. And you want, like, maybe you're trying to advertise something and you're putting money into advertisement. There's already, other people can already figure it out on their own, or they already have a better solution. Just to, like, I like to switch it up because everybody's not always having sex or whatever, but what might be missing from this? Or like, because I feel like somebody's very zoned in, or what might be missing from this? Why is this not working on them? Okay, observe. Yeah, self-care, contemplate, Sagittarius, rest. It could be a Sagittarius. What do they observe in this scenario? What do they notice? Because I just, maybe they don't find you attractive. Yeah, we just talked about a Taurus being worried. So I feel like that's what you're worried about. Some of you, it could, we have a Gemini, Leo here. So it could be that. I feel like it's like you're worried that you can control what somebody decides to indulge in, literally. You're worried about whether or not you can control that. You can't. This is what somebody decided to like. Maybe you're not somebody's type. I mean, okay, I'm sorry, Tauruses. What's the outcome for you here? You just can't. You have to date who's attracted to you. Like, that's what this is about. You cannot change somebody's mind here. You got Virgo. That's the realistic energy. Yeah, you got the bright side. There's professionalism. So I feel like, I don't know if this is somebody like, because what they're focused on is solution. They're working. Somebody's at work. All right. So they are not going to pay you attention, or this person's not going to date you. If you're already in a situationship and you think that situationship is going to change, it is not going to change, okay? This is general. We were on Taurus. All right, so if it's a situationship, Girl, it's a situationship. He's not going to change his mind. I'm telling you. Okay? If you're a man and you think, oh, if I spend money on this woman, she's going to like me, that lady is not paying attention to you. They're not focused on you. All right, y'all. We got Gemini next. All right, Gemini. Gemini is next. Shout out to Atlantic City. All right, so Geminis, what energy should you be in for yourself today, Geminis? Controlling. All right, we had that for you for a couple of days ago where you were supposed to control how you feel. All right, you're the second person that said I look like Vivica Fox. That's kind of odd. this girl said that on TikTok. I was like, what? Vivica Fox is beautiful, but I just don't think I look like her. All right, so let's see. I think y'all just saying that because my hair is short or something. That's kind of odd. All right. What do you need to control here, Geminis? What do you need to control? Okay, restraint, honesty, triggered, and time. Okay, so you're holding back from being triggered because you don't want somebody to get... I mean, you're holding back from being honest because you don't want somebody to get triggered. What? Who's Shamar Moore? I don't remember that movie. I only see that movie like once or twice. Yeah, no, I don't see it either, BW. I don't know. I don't know why they say that. All right, but... All right. Yeah, you need to control you're holding back from being honest so that somebody is not triggered. It looks like it's wasting your time. Somebody may feel like you're wasting your time if you're not being honest. But what do you need to be honest about here, Geminis? Liar. That's okay. Maybe you need to be honest about the fact that you're lying. You need to be honest about the fact that you're a liar. Sorry. Capricorn came out as a liar, and you did come out in their reading. So... maybe you're the liar. What? Okay, so what's the lie? I don't know if that's you. So the lie is no. There's a blockage. The lie is that there is a blockage. Maybe the lie is that you were told no, or maybe you told somebody, yeah, I'm not able to do this, that, and the third. What are you trying to say you're blocked from doing, or what's being blocked out? That's the lie. Okay, community. Somebody's like, yeah, I can't. Maybe somebody's literally like, I can't go around people right now. Or maybe you're like, yeah, I'm not around my family. I'm not at work. Or what? So what's the reality? So I feel like that's the lie. It has nothing to do with being blocked from groups of people. We got Aquarius. So Aquarius had speak up. So Aquarius may say something about this. Again, if we're talking about, oh no, it's like the lie is that there's no people around. What? All right, you need to be honest about lying, I guess. Maybe you lied before. All right, let's see. No, I'm from the DMV. All right, let's get 8 cards. Okay, so we got the Queen of Wands, 2 of Cups, the 5 of Pentacles. And then the 8 of Pentacles. All right, so here's the honesty. Here we go. Somebody is saying they're attractive. Somebody is sexually attractive, or they're a very honest person. You're having a conversation with them. For some reason, there's something missing here, and then you're going to work. That's literally what I see. All right, the Ten of Swords, the King of Pentacles, King of Cups, and then here's the Aquarius again. All right, so the Aquarius might be the person to speak up. You might need to say something now. I guess this looks like a situation where you might need to kind of save yourself before somebody else says something, because it looks like a Aquarius is going to notice this. Yeah, time. Somebody might be annoyed that you wasted their time by lying. What are you currently doing here, Geminis? Okay, you're the Empress, so of course if, something's going comfortably for you. I guess if the lie worked out, then it doesn't matter. You're comfortable. And what lie are we telling about blocking out community? Like, no, I don't want people here. I don't want people to know. Maybe that's what you're telling somebody. Like, yeah, I don't want people to know about blah, blah, blah. But that's not really the truth. That has nothing to do with something. All right, what is the lie that we've been telling? I don't know who's telling what, or you got the Four of Wands. There's the Nine of Wands. Literally, it's about not literally. I feel like somebody wants something to be in-house or private. And what's the truth in this case? I feel like you did not. This looks like a dynamic that you told a lie so somebody will get along with you, or because if you were honest about it, I feel like you wouldn't be in the Empress energy possibly. That could be what this is. Like if you were actually honest, it wouldn't have worked out. Thank you, Sophie. So what's the truth then? You're waiting on a good time to actually take action. Let's see. Yeah, I feel like that's what it is. You're like, the lie is like, no, I don't want people to know about our situation, or I don't want the outside world to know, or you're like, no, I don't have community. Maybe that's what you're saying, blockage in community. If people knew, I guess if people were actually knowing the truth and they were triggered, what would be the outcome for you? Yeah, repetitive cycle. It looks like this time you lied so that it would work. What normally happens when you tell the truth, Gemini? Yeah, authority. So I guess when you tell the truth, somebody actually puts down rules or regulations for this. What role does the Aquarius energy play? Because they came out twice. So I feel like this time you lied so that it would work. Okay, so the Aquarius it says unpromising, yeah. Partnership and do it solo. They could be like, no, I don't think that's a good idea. There's a Two of Cups there. They're like, I don't, because they feel like something would be missing. Like, what would mess up this partnership here? Yeah, self-care. I don't think somebody would be able to, first of all, somebody's insecure, with worried and self-assured. One person would be insecure. The other person is also very focused just on themselves. There is no emotional connection here with the King of Cups. Somebody can visibly see that. An Aquarius is observing that, or they can see that. All right, so I feel like this time you're like, okay, I'm just going to lie about it because I like, I feel like something's comfortable for you. What else are you doing in the Empress? Sadness. So you actually are sad? Or you have guilt? What are you sad about? It's like you're comfortable in your sadness or something. So I feel like that's why we have restraint from honesty. You need to be honest with yourself. You know what this looks like too? With the lie being blockage in community. And I've been talking about this lately. I don't like, thank you. I don't really like the tradition where we say that people need to keep their marriages to themselves or keep their marriage problems to themselves, because that leads to people dealing with a lot of hardships in private, and it leads to a lot of private abuse that people don't know about, and it kind of keeps people from getting the assistance that they would need. Or it's like, oh, you're not supposed to tell, your friends or your family about your relationship. Sometimes you should, because some people have gone through certain things that you're going through, or they may have better advice, but it's like something does not look like it's working. It would work out. What are you sad about? And we'll figure out what you can do to fix it, because I feel like you need to be honest with yourself. Yeah, okay, so we've got lust, Gemini, and perspective. All right, so this could be something about sex here. It's definitely something about sex or your perspective on sex. You guys literally rule perspective and how we perceive things. You could have did something out of lust. What do you wish you would have done here? Or you could feel guilty about who you're attracted to. So that's Scorpio energy and bravery. Scorpio is literally sex. It rules sex. It's like you feel guilty about who you're attracted to, or you could have did something out of lust for that you really shouldn't have done. What else are you sad about here, Geminis? I feel like what you need to do is you're wasting your own time. There's the community. Yeah, the High Priestess, Seven of Pentacles, and the Queen of Swords. What do you wish you would have done? I feel like you need people around you or something like that. Got the Knight of Cups, the Chariot, Five of Swords, and then the Six of Swords. Let's clarify. What is our intuition telling us? And then I'm going to go on to Virgo. What's our intuition telling us here? Okay, yeah, fantasize. So we got irony. So I feel like you're regretting something that you did out of lust, and it's a fantasy. What else is the fantasy here? Or it's how you perceived sex or something like that. Yeah, obstacles, and then the bright side. Taurus and irony. Taurus is coming out because Taurus was told straight up that somebody is not attracted to them. You may have viewed something, oh, this is just an obstacle, or oh, I can, this is just a part of a relationship, or I can change this, or something like that. I feel like something was not able to be changed. This could, maybe it is your natural attraction to somebody and you feel guilty about it or something like that. It's like you can't change who you're actually attracted to. I don't know what it's based on, but I guess it's a natural occurrence. I'm not no doctor or whatever, but so it's something like this. What's the outcome for you, Geminis? And we're going to do Virgo. Yeah, we got incomplete, conflict, Capricorn, Cancer, disrespect. All right, something dealing with Capricorn, Cancer energy. Okay, Virgos. Virgo is up next. Thank y'all for the gifts, by the way. I appreciate y'all. Let me time it for Virgos. Get some lip gloss real quick. Okay, Virgos. Actually, hold on real quick. 1 second, y'all. All right, I'm back. Virgos. All right, what energy should you be in, Virgos, for yourself? What energy should you be in? Okay, dogmatic. So when you get that, advice means to keep your perspective, okay? Do not change your mind. All right, something needs to be like traditional, strict, by the book or whatever. So what is this perspective about? Perspective on what? Don't change your mind. Perspective on what here? On a Libra, okay? It could be a perspective on a Libra or whatever the Libra properties kind of entail. So it could be cause and effect, karma, the justice system, things like that. But whatever that belief system is that you have about Libra energy, do not change it. All right, we got time is next. So what is your belief system on Libra energy, karma, cause, and effect? I would look at, me personally, guys, when it comes to karma, I literally only look at karma, and this is just personally, but whatever your belief system is, it's telling you to keep that belief system. But I view it as cause and effect, like directly. Okay, because that's why a lot of people wonder, why doesn't so-and-so get karma, or why are mean people or evil people, why do they have a lot of money? Because the two things have nothing to do with each other. Cause and effect is literally, cause is what they did to get the money, the effect is they got the money. That's it. It has nothing to do with anything else. So yeah, but this could literally be a person. It could be a Libra. All right, or the justice system or anything like that. This could also be partnerships. Libra rules partnerships. All right, so how do you view this, Libras? I'm sorry, how do you view this? Virgo, Libra is next. How do you view this, Virgos? You need to keep that perspective. You need to see that, okay, lust. All right, we got disrespect, and then we got relocate. Let me get one more, and take action. View this person as, okay, something has something to do with sex here, pretty much. It has something to do with sex. That's how you need to view it, or the relationship is built on attraction. Relationships do include attraction. Maybe that's one of your rules. You're like, I'm not going to date somebody if I'm not attracted to them. Somebody could be being, I don't know, disrespectful to somebody that is attractive. But I'm going to pull these up. I'm going to keep it as lust. This is how you view somebody, or you're like, no, I need an attractive relationship, or I need to be attracted to the person that I'm dating, or, you know, this person is lustful, whatever. Maybe that Libra went and, I don't know, maybe they're having sex with somebody or something. All right, what else does this have to deal with here, Virgos? We pulled a lot of lusty energy today. Okay, yeah, this has to deal with emotional attachment. So you could be emotionally attached, but something, it boils down to lust. That's just point blank, period. That's what it boils down to. Now, I don't know if, because Libra, Taurus, and Pisces all had lust come out. I don't know if there's like, if you have like a Taurus placement, you might be like a Virgo with a Taurus moon or something like that, and they got like a, I don't know, a Libra moon or something. You know already that a relationship is built on sex, or you know, that's just what you know here. What else are you emotionally attached to? Okay, you got Virgo, this is yourself. Okay, there's bright side, and then there's sadness. You might have a Gemini placement. Yeah, unpromising. So this looks like Gemini and Cancer energy in your reading, Virgo. You're trying to be positive, but the Gemini Cancer energy is looking like something is like unpromising or not a good idea. Something is built on sex. Let's clarify it. Or, you know, like I said, don't, you know, if you're making your decisions in relationships, you like, no, this is my type, or, all right, so let's see. Let's start with how you already perceive Libra and lust really quick. How do you perceive this? It could be what somebody desires, or whether or not something is attractive or whatever. Okay, this is how you view it. I'm going to show y'all. You view them as manipulative, or you may view somebody, maybe they use their attraction to get certain things. This is how you view them currently. You view them as a magician. Do not change your mind. You know they're manipulative, or you know they want sex, or you know what this person desires. All right, so you know what that person wants. You know what they desire. Do not change your mind. Literally. 4 of Wands, 3 of Wands, the Hermit. You know that they want sex with you, or they're attracted to you, or they do things to have sex with you. That is the point. It's here. Okay? They're coming out as the magician. I'm not going to repeat that again, ladies and gentlemen. You know that. They may be trying to change your mind, so I feel like you're waiting. I feel like you don't want to have, I don't know if you don't want to have sex or not. Because you have emotional attachment. What do you actually want for yourself? Because it's like it's getting you to change your mind in a scenario. Yeah, we got fantasize, self-care, speak up, Sagittarius, intuition. And you have Scorpio next. What is the Sag's role here in your reading? Yeah, I just told you, literally, I'm telling you, do not change your mind. Don't change your mind. That is how you view it. So they came out as the 8 of Swords, the 10 of Swords, the 7 of Swords. See, the Sag energy, they can't be manipulated. Their mindset, that ended where the manipulation was working, and you have the 7 of Swords. I always, for me personally, when this comes out as like manipulation, if this happens, that means something is not working. All right, that means a person is caught, or we can clearly see it. Because I feel like if something does not work, you will see it visibly. I feel like you're trying to be positive. So what else are you currently doing with this person? Because it must come out, it must be coming out for a reason. Yeah, there's the Justice and the Fool. They're acting like they don't know what they're doing. Something is intentional. They're coming out as a magician. It's intentional. It's not, this is not confusing. Okay? So it's not confusing. It's not like, oh, they know what they're doing. It's pretty simple. All right, what's the outcome for you, Virgos? Okay, unexpected. You may not expect this to occur. What were you planning on here? Yeah, compassion. It's sex. And that is point blank. I cannot stress it enough. Because if you have emotional attachment, they're coming out. That is how you already view them. You know that. You think they love you, or you think something is love, or you think this relationship is love. It is sex. It is sex, it is sex, it is sex, it's sex, it's sex, it's sex. Okay? That's it. That is what it is. What else is occurring here? You may even end up, and you may need to know this, because you may end up in a situation where you think somebody's going to have compassion with you or for you, and they're not. What else is occurring here? Yeah, we got ignore, and you got professionalism, transform, and status quo. It looks like they're ignoring something. You think they're going to have compassion for you in a scenario as well. What do you typically expect them to do in compassion? They are not, I don't think they're going to do that. What are they doing instead? Yeah, I feel like they're ignoring something with the 4 of Cups. Yeah, they may even keep something professional or whatever, but just keep that in mind. That is what it is. All right, Libra is next. Libra is next. Sometimes that can be other placements too, guys. I'm going to tell you this. I don't have sex with nobody if I don't know their birth chart, okay? You need to look up that sun, moon, and that rising, because that can definitely be somebody's rising sign, moon sign. You need to at least know the moon sign. You can get that. That's easy. You can get the moon sign. You need to know that. That's not odd at all. I really don't have sex with nobody because I don't trust none of these niggas. Let's start there. I really don't be messing with anybody. So if I do mess with somebody, you need to do background checks. You need to do all that. These men are crazy. I don't know what you talking about. I need to know where you was born. All kinds of stuff. Oh no, I trust myself. I trust myself to do research on these crazy niggas. That's what I know. I do my research. Y'all crazy out here. Y'all better know who these people are that y'all having sex with. You better know. Greg, you might as well give that up, baby. That's never going to happen. I know you're new here. Yes, a background check and a my chart. Y'all need to know. You need to know. Okay? I don't know what y'all think this is. If you don't know, what's in their birth chart, my chart, background, what they got arrested for, better look up that case search. All right, Libras. Yeah, it's never going to happen. You know what's interesting, too? Why would you said a my chart lies or a background check lies? The background check is the government. So that's not going to lie. I'm going to see if you're a criminal, if you owe some child support. So I don't know what you're talking about. Yes, get tested, use condoms. I don't know what y'all think is going on out here, but I didn't see a lot. Okay? All right, y'all. I find it odd how men on the internet feel like they have a chance dating me. That's so weird to me. The men that know me in real life know that I barely like them. So for y'all to have like the confidence and the audacity and the arrogance, that's what women need. Women need to be just as audacious and arrogant as men are, because they're crazy. They're not even realistic. This man don't know nothing about me. I could be walking around with the HIV and he's trying to have sex with me on the internet. Knows nothing about me. Knows nothing about my history, anything. They're crazy. I would never, ever date any of you. You'll never get a chance. All right, Libras. Let's see. Exactly. Yeah, the background check ain't gonna be no lie. You definitely can look people up. You better look people up. For real. You say get them some water. They need a whole ocean. They used to be thirsty on the internet. They be wildin'. All right, Libras. Let's see. I have a very specific type, and they are not in my chat, okay? They watch silently. All of my exes still watch the channel. I know they on here. It's an Aries. It's about 2-3 Scorpios. I know they watching. I just hide them from the channel so they can stop commenting. All right, let's see, Libras. What energy should you be in here? Okay, unexpected. Prepare for the unexpected, okay? We just talked about Virgo expecting compassion, maybe from you. That's not going to happen, I'm assuming, but you need to prepare for something that you do not expect. All right, Libra, let's see. So what do you expect here? You expect focus. We got disrespect and time. So you expect somebody to focus on a scenario either where they're literally being disrespected or they're supposed to focus on something negative and waste their time. We'll clarify it. What's actually going to occur? Or somebody's supposed to focus on somebody that's disrespecting them? All right, what's actually going to occur here, Libra? We'll figure it out. Self-care. Okay. Yeah, solution. Okay. Somebody's going to find a solution there. So somebody's not focused on something negative or disrespectful. They have a solution for it. That's it. You said I just lost 18 subscribers. Most of my subscribers are women or men who have common sense. So most of the men on here are respectful enough to not be trying to fuck every 5 minutes, but all right, so you expected somebody to focus on disrespect and waste their time, but somebody's going to find a solution very quickly. Okay. What's the issue? We got rest, Gemini, authority. So we talked about Gemini not wanting to do something about, they didn't want to tell the truth because they didn't want rules and regulations put in place. So that's what I'm getting. Somebody's supposed to be okay with, when we talk about disrespect, right? Say you're dealing with somebody and you set a boundary and you cross that boundary. Somebody is supposed to be focused just on that. That's what they're supposed to spend their time on, is like people that don't respect them or a person that doesn't respect them. Or somebody is also supposed to be so, maybe that's the individual. Maybe they want to break certain rules and regulations. They're trying to find loopholes, but I feel like somebody finds a better solution. So what's the solution here? So you are definitely planning on something going a certain way. The solution is intuition. So somebody intuitively knows not to focus on this energy. What is their intuition telling them to focus on? Or their intuition, they can trust themselves with self-care. Also really quick, with self-care, intuition, and solution, they may know something naturally that can help them. Just depends on what this is, right? So they may have like a, some type of like a self-help routine, or they can do the herbs on their own. They can heal something on their own. But they're trusting their intuition. So what is their intuition telling them to do? Or their intuition is telling them something about what they're supposed to focus on. It's like, no, I'm not supposed to focus on that. I know I'm not supposed to pay attention to that. All right, what's their intuition telling them to do? Okay, there's honesty. So their intuition is telling them to be honest. It can be a Sagittarius. They came out as Sagittarius. All right. All right. What are they being honest about? So you are not expecting somebody to be honest. That's the solution. Or to it, even if it's being honest within themselves. All right, what are they going to be honest about here? Okay, there's obstacles and partnership. Yeah, they're honest with themselves about the issues in the partnership. They're like, yeah, this is not going to work. I already know that. Libra, you did come out in the Virgo reading. The Virgo is supposed to view you as just wanting sex. So they know that now in case you're dealing with a Virgo or somebody with a Virgo placement. Yeah, they're being honest about some type of issue with, yeah, in a relationship. They're like, look, if we partner up or if we work together, this is the obstacles that I'm going to have to deal with. What's the obstacle here? Somebody already know. Yeah, rules. Somebody already knows, like, if I set, literally focusing on disrespect, or it's like if I set these rules and regulations, these are the rules and regulations. That's just it. These are my boundaries. These are your boundaries, whatever. They know that. Or it's also like we got self-care and solution. If somebody partners up, they have to deal with somebody else's rules and regulations. That's just it. Maybe they're like, okay, I'm going to do it on my own. Like, say this is just take relationships out of it. Say it's a business. They're like, okay, if I partner up with this business, I'm going to have to follow all those strict rules, regulations, blah, 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 post this, do this, blah. It's too much. I'm going to do it on my own. What's your current energy, Libras? Because you're not, keep in mind, you're not expecting this. Yeah, self-assured. The focus on disrespect is kind of odd here to me. Because I don't get why they would focus on that. Or they would focus on something else and ignore the disrespect. Because what else are you self-assured is going to occur? I don't know if you think you're going to partner up with this person. You got have faith, status quo, and Pisces. So it's something that you're working on. I don't think you should count on somebody working with you. All right, just in this case, let's clarify. What else are you expecting to occur here, Libras? Ooh, Aries and Scorpio is left. What are you expecting here? Okay, we've got self-care, 4 of Cups, 4 of Wands, the 9 of Wands. This is literally what's going on. This person is, the solution, what you should expect is this, right? You want somebody to kind of ignore that, or you want this person to be intrigued and partnering up. They're not. Or you may even want this person who's by themselves or doing something solo. You may feel like they're going to get triggered by seeing other people partnering up, but they know, they're like, nah, that's not all easy. That relationship or that business partnership, that shit ain't easy. It's all these rules and regulations. I'm chilling over here. That's what you expect, or something. Maybe something's supposed to make somebody feel insecure. Where else are you at with self-assured here? All right, yeah, you're the 9 of Pentacles. You do need to, but you need to prepare for something. So let's see what's actually going to occur here. Yeah, like we said, you are assuming that somebody is going to focus on something else and maybe not notice disrespect or something like that. All right, what's this person's intuition telling them to do? Or let's see what the result of them following their intuition. Yeah, they got the Page of Pentacles, literally the Magician and the Justice. I just did that in the Virgo reading. I said that you're manipulating somebody, or you just want sex. So whatever role that is, or like you're just considering your own desires if it's somebody else. So whatever that is, that's what it is. You're being lustful and you don't, that's what it is. I'm being honest. I'm showing it. It is what it is. I don't know who you're dealing with or who this is. It just depends on the scenario. I'm going to say this too. I feel like something is tangible. We have evidence of that, Libra. So prepare for something shifting in the partnership. I don't feel like it's going to actually go that way. You may be able to partner with somebody else. It doesn't mean that I just feel like this person, your rules don't work out, or you go against the rules. You kind of find a loophole so something will go in your favor. What's the outcome for you, Libras? And then we'll get Aries. Yeah, detach, speak up, and be different. That's literally me saying that right now. Or it's an Aquarius. They came out as speak up. I feel like, too, something would only work if somebody was emotionally attached. All right, the person came out as self-care and solution, or they're able to do something on their own. All right. All right, that was a Libra. Aries is next. And then we got Scorpio last. So Aries and Scorpio. Robert, I don't care. If the reading does not resonate with you, it's a million readers. And also, y'all don't be listening. I give a million different ways to read it, and y'all hear one way that doesn't apply to you, and you don't listen. I said it could be business. I said somebody may work on their own. I said that they may be able to fix something on their own. I said a million different ways. But everybody thinks that the world revolves around them, and you think you're the only Libra in the entire world. All right, Aries is next. And we're watching Scorpio after, we're doing Scorpio after this. We are watching a Scorpio, I guess, doing readings for them. All right, Aries. What energy should you be in, Aries? They're not going to listen. Some people literally watch tarot readers to argue with tarot readers. Y'all know that, right? They look at it like, instead of looking at it like somebody's trying to be spiritual and helpful, they look at it like, oh, you think you know everything. Let me tell you that this is wrong. This reading is wrong. That's not me. That's somebody else. They don't watch it for a solution. So it just doesn't. They're not going to listen to you say and take what resonates. They don't listen. All right, Aries, let's see. What energy should you be in, Aries? Thanks, Michael. I appreciate you confirming. What energy should you be in, Aries? Okay, incomplete. So that means that something may be missing from something that you're trying to create or do or accomplish. All right, what might be, so like say you're about to do like post something, I don't know. You got to look back over it, make sure you didn't miss a step, things like that. Like when I was making my decks, I got to make sure I got every card, you know, all kinds of stuff. Making sure something doesn't have a typo or an error. But what might be missing here from what you're trying to accomplish, Aries? Let's see. Okay, restraint. All right. So you're going to have some form of restraint here. Of course, this is the opposite of the indulgence card. So it just depends on what you want to indulge in or what you need to restrain from. So we will clarify it. All right, what are we supposed to restrain from here? Money inflow. You're supposed to not take the money? What's that about? Maybe it's for something corrupt? What? Wait, hold on. What are you, you're supposed to restrain yourself from receiving the money? We'll see what it is. What are you trying to achieve here, Aries? Maybe the peace, okay, let me see. Fantasize. That was your advice yesterday. So you're trying to think outside the box. I told you that's what you were supposed to do. Think outside the box with a new idea. But the part that's missing is restraint and money inflow. Now, I didn't tell nobody to be broke or anything. So this is what I said. Fantasize, relocate, and contemplate, right? So remember, I was telling people yesterday, when you come up with your idea, now you get the information, right? That has more information. So I came up with this grand idea, boom, boom, boom. I need more information on it. How do I make it work? Can I afford it? So I don't know if what you want to do, maybe somebody wants to invest in it. But that's hard to tell you to restrain from money inflow. Maybe unless it comes from something bad. Where will the money come from? I'm assuming you're not supposed to take the money or something. Okay, now you got to take action. So don't just, I mean, you do still have to do something. We'll see what this is. You still have to get information and take action and do something. You don't just Like something's supposed to translate. Once you've got the idea, now you know, put it in motion. Now, I don't know why restraint and money inflow would be the case. Maybe you're trying to work with somebody and pay them and they don't want the money. That could be a thing. Maybe that's a part of your plan is to try to work with somebody else, but they don't want the money or something like that. Depends. All right, because I wouldn't really tell somebody to like, yes, this is going to be saved automatically. Oh, you said your boss wants to pay for something. Okay, maybe that could be it. All right, so let's see. Let's get 8 cards. Okay, here's the 7 of Swords. So that typically means a plan may not work. The 9 of Cups, the Emperor, there you go in the Chariot. So you're here with a Cancer possibly. We talked about the Cancer actually being sad. They looked at something as unpromising, or that was their advice. So if you are partnering with a Cancer, that may not be a good idea to partner with them, because whatever this goal is, I don't think it's going to work out in that case for them. Yeah, there's the King of Swords, restraint. 9 of Cups, 7 of Wands, and then the 5 of Wands. It could be, I feel like it's a scenario where you may want to pay somebody for something and they don't want your money. I feel like that's what I'm getting, because I don't know what kind of goal where you're receiving the money and you're not supposed to use it for your goal. So that, I feel like the part of it is somebody doesn't want your money or something. You do have 777, so something may not be working out. I mean, all good money, you know, all money ain't good money. It depends on where you're getting it from. All right, what else are you currently doing, Aries? Okay, yeah, we got intuition. What's the 7 of Swords really quick? What are we trying to do? Because it looks, I'm trying to figure out what, because that's hard for me to explain. Arrogant, transformation, desire, and have faith. I don't know who you're attracted to or something like that. What else are you doing in the Emperor, Aries? I feel like that's the main thing. All right, you could be also here with the Taurus energy, the Hierophant, the Knight of Wands. Yeah, the 4 of Cups, it's the Wheel of Fortune. This could be a scenario where you're ignoring a Sagittarius, but you're with a Taurus, or... That's interesting. Okay, the part that's missing is restraint and money inflow. All right, that's kind of confusing. I'm not gonna overthink it, but I do feel like the note is like, no, I don't want your money, or I feel like that's what it is. What's the outcome for you, Aries? Okay, you got smooth sailing, so that's not bad. Yeah, irony. What's easy here? What's easy to do here? Or is moving smoothly here? Okay, self-care. That was a similar card that came out in the Libra reading. So self-care, blocking out conflict. So this could be a scenario where somebody's like, I don't really want to fight. Maybe it's like, I don't even want the money because I'm going to have to fight for it, or it's going to be too much drama, or it just depends on where that money is coming from, or what that money, what kind of energy is attached to that money. Like what would the conflict be about with I guess where the finances are going, or where they're coming from? All right, yeah, authority and self-assured. So I feel like this is the thing. Say you want to do something right, and it depends on how you guys, whatever this is, whoever's receiving the money, there will be too much going on with whoever gave them the money. It's like, all right, now you starting to tell me what to do with it, and you're not letting me, like, maybe you're trying to get, say you want to get like a grant for something, and they need to see the specific like budget, or you're only allowed to put this money into this or this money into that, or they have like creative control over something. I feel like that's the issue. It's just, it might not even be worth it to take the money, because it's like, all right, whatever. I don't even want it. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with all that. It depends on, you know, the scenario. All right, so that was Aries. We're going to do Scorpio. Oh, his number is 777. You have him blocked. Yeah. Aries are a bit much. They will give you money, but you do have to, like, do what they want. And for me, it wasn't worth it in my case. All right, so Scorpio is next. That's just me personally, though. What's the time stamp? All right, Scorpios. Last but not least. All right, what energy should my Scorpios be in here? What energy should the Scorpios be in? Indulgence. All right, so you can enjoy something, but if that's the advice, y'all know I always say, don't do too much. All right, have a balance. Okay, don't be getting sick. All right, we're going to see what should you indulge in here, Scorpios, unless you're always restraining yourself. Okay, what should you indulge in here, Scorpios? In manipulation, obstacles. Somebody's making fake obstacles. Literally, somebody is creating fake obstacles. Maybe that's what you get to do. I don't know. Maybe you get to create an obstacle. All right. Or you could be happy that you were able to create an obstacle or something like that. All right. So what is this solution, or what's the situation at hand for the Scorpios? Let's see. Okay, that's the solution, is indulgence. What's the issue? A blockage. So maybe you need to take time off or enjoy yourself this weekend. The issue is a blockage, and I feel like the solution is for you to indulge. What's being blocked out? Who's creating? We got to figure out what the manipulation and obstacles is. Maybe somebody's making it look like that's an obstacle for you, or maybe like you can indulge in something and you lose weight quickly, or, you know, you don't get sick like other people, or what's being blocked out here? Yeah, you're not allowed to do something, taking action, literally. You're being told you're not allowed to take action. Like, who's creating obstacles for you? And the solution is indulgence. Okay, we've got commit, Aries. Cancer saw something being unpromising. So there could be something, I don't know if there's like a... Yeah, there's something with like an Aries, Taurus, Cancer or something like that. Okay. You're not allowed. So I feel like if you're not allowed to do something, go enjoy yourself. It's like somebody's not allowing you to do something. Maybe you got to spend time with that person or something to, I don't know, get them to open up or something like that. It looks like something with an Aries and a Taurus, or something that's legally put in place or something like that. You got Capricorn, be different, in Scorpio. So it might be you and a Capricorn. That might be who you can do this with. That's odd. All right. Indulgence. Do what you... I like to give that advice with a grain of salt. Don't do too much. Don't get sick. Don't be, be careful. All right, let's get 8 cards here. Be careful. All right, so you got the Chariot, the 5 of Wands. There's the conflict. We got the Strength card, the 9 of Swords. Okay, so we do see worries and conflicts. The 4 of Cups, the Hierophant. There's indulgence. Okay, so you're going to have a new perspective on what that means. This is something, so this does not necessarily mean, I don't want you to go off the deep end. I'm not talking about you need to drink all day or smoke all day or eat, 50 crab legs and 50, like, I'm not saying it like that. It doesn't mean something unhealthy. But this is something that you would like, or something that's enjoyable. If these are people, it's like these could be moon signs too, because I'm pulling Taurus, Leo, and Cancer energy. So I don't know if these are the people you want to hang out with. I don't know if these are moon signs. Y'all can apply how you want to, but it's like the Leo is worried about ignoring a Taurus. You might be ignoring something or holding back from something because you feel like you're not allowed to be around that person or around that energy. We saw that Cancer should look at something as unpromising. They're here. We also said for Taurus that they're supposed to realize they cannot change somebody from being lustful. This can be what you like. Maybe you're attracted to somebody. Maybe you want to indulge in a person that you're actually attracted to, and a Taurus wants to change your mind about that, maybe. What are you currently doing? Where are you at in this reading? You're in the Knight of Swords. Okay. What is indulgence? Because it's like you would have a new perspective on this. Okay, remember we talked about the Taurus, right? You came out in another reading where somebody's fantasizing about you or something. That could be that. But it's like, how do I want to explain this? I don't know if a Taurus is trying to change your mind about what you're attracted to. How do you view indulgence? Because I feel like it's a perspective. Okay, controlling. You feel like it has control over you. Yeah, incomplete and repetitive cycle. I feel like when you control what you want to indulge in, maybe you end up like, because this is just my theory. I can't say that this is for everybody, but I feel like the more people hold back on what they actually want, it just keeps coming to the surface anyway. You just keep wanting to do it over and over and over again. So it's like, I feel like the more you try to control something, the more it's like you still feel incomplete. And that's going to continue happening. Like, what do you feel is missing for you? You might have been trying to follow the rules of an Aries and a Taurus. What do you feel like is missing for you? Or those could be your placements too, like the way you look. Okay, you got observe, you got money outflow, and disrespect. I feel like somebody also doesn't have respect for what you're spending money on. What? Okay. How should you view indulgence, Scorpios, for yourself? Okay, there's contemplate. Yeah, golden opportunity. This is a good thing. This is a good thing. This isn't like, this is something you actually want to do. It's not, I'm not talking about anything super unhealthy. What else do you get the opportunity to do? This could even just be mixing and mingle, going and meeting somebody, talking to them, enjoying their time, networking. Because right now you're coming out as a Knight of Swords. Maybe you're angry. Maybe you need a little drink. Maybe, like, I don't know. It's like you're in a bad mindset with it. You may feel like you can't do anything. Now, if you're like, if you know you have like an addiction or something like that, I'm not telling you to go do something that would trigger you. Like you're a recovering alcoholic, I'm not telling you go to the bar. I'm not telling you do nothing like that. But this is something that is literally the solution. Like it's something comfortable for you. This is the type of energy where you're never doing something that you like, ever. You're only doing something that other people want you to do constantly. Or like you're constantly following like rules and regulations. Or you may have even committed to something, would commit that you just don't want to do. Or all right, what else will you have the opportunity to do if you, I guess, indulge in what you actually want to do? All right, you have faith and irony. Yeah, so, okay, so something's ironic about that. Because the solution is for you to, like, kind of let yourself down or, like, let, you know, kind of relax. That's actually the solution. Okay. All right, that's interesting. What's the outcome for you, Scorpios? Self-care, speak up, Leo, and honesty. So we had, I know Aquarius came up as speak up, Sag came out as honesty. All right. Okay. I pulled Leo twice. The signs that came out was Leo, Taurus, Aries, Cancer. Yeah, do something like relax. You said you want to smoke weed? Don't do nothing crazy, y'all, okay? Don't do nothing that's going to hurt you. But it looks like it's going to work out. Indulge, go out with friends, go out with somebody. All right, y'all, or do something that you want to do. With have faith, too, I want to just point that out because that came out with golden opportunity. I don't know if it has anything to do with a religious belief, but have faith is like my spiritual card. All right, so maybe there's something that you're going to do and you get to, like, I don't know, have like a spiritual awakening, or you learn like a new spiritual, you know, ideal or something like that. All right, y'all. I got to go, okay? I've been over here for a while. I'm going to timestamp it. And if you're on TikTok, this will be up on YouTube. All right, the decks are available, guys. They're in my store. Y'all know where to book readings. All of the digital products are up too. Thank you. You have a great day too. And y'all enjoy y'all Friday. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye, y'all.